How does it sound with Bon Jovi playing in the background? Just gonna pull out of this parking spot to get into traffic. Too slow. Missed your chance. You've got to look out for the keep clear areas on these streets. They can sneak up on you. You've got to gauge the distance between you and the car in front. There's a guy on the right, out of the frame, on a mountain bike. Looks like a 29er. He's an older guy, and he was trying to do a track stand and nearly fell off. Discussing bicycles and what my favourite type is could be a whole other chapter. I can appreciate mountain bike technology, but it's not my favourite. Anyway, here we are. 40 kilometers an hour. Metropolitan Melbourne. Cool and cloudy day, quite pleasant. Small, quiet road. There's something in the air, giving my throat a bit of an itch. Laptop and a coffee. That's all you need. I just saw a city bike, Merida, go past on the left. When I first came across the brand, wasn't quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's Taiwanese. I'm not using the GPS today, just paying attention to my memory of the route where I'm going today. I need to turn left off to the river. So there's a bridge up ahead. Oh, that's a risk. Don't run across the road in front of a truck. Just go to the pedestrian crossing. The risk of jaywalking isn't worth it. You do see some nice motorcycles around these streets. On my left, I don't know if it appeared in the frame, a red Royal Enfield, cafe racer style. He's got clip-on handlebars. He's got rid of the grab handle at the back of the seat. It's not a step seat, it's a straight flat seat. Looks comfortable. I rode a Royal Enfield once. It had the gears on the right, which was disorienting initially, and your rear brake was by your left foot. That's wrong. That could be yet another chapter discussing motorcycles. I'm on a bridge over a river, not the River Kwai. I've got to turn left. This must be Alexandria Street Avenue. It's a beautiful road. Not been down this way often. Now this is 2 lanes of traffic in the direction I'm going, and there are 2 lanes on the opposite side as well, but there's cars parked in the rightmost lane, so there's only 1 lane of oncoming traffic, and they're moving slow for that reason. It's backed up quite a ways. When I'm driving on a narrow road like this, where there's not much separating you from oncoming traffic, I drive in the left lane, the lane farthest away from the oncoming traffic. You avoid any risks, because if you're in the right lane quite close to oncoming traffic, it only takes a small mistake to dampen your evening, and it doesn't have to be your mistake. A distracted driver coming towards you, even at 40 kilometers an hour, it's not a pleasant day out. fresh air in. So a new year's coming. I just passed Motherwell Street on the right. Motherwell. Is your Motherwell? I hope so. Hope I can make myself heard with the windows half down. You hear the sounds of the city. Actually, I'm going to check if I've missed a turn. On we go. So, a new year's coming. And Derek Sivers, he said, an arbitrary date shouldn't be the start of a new phase in your life. You should pick a date where something significant happens, and I agree with that. Nonetheless, I like using a calendar date to begin a new phase, and so I'm thinking about how I'd like the next year to unfold. I've got goals, certainly. Good to have goals, and I like making lists. That's a nice bike. Yamaha does do naked bikes quite well. That particular model is even better looking than the Ducati Scrambler. I think I've got to go left here, switch into the left lane before the solid line near the intersection, and you've got a green left. You can pick any lane once you enter a road with 3 to 4 lanes. Just be aware of your surroundings, and when you traverse across lanes, check your wing mirrors, make sure there's no one trying the same thing a second faster than you. That'll cause a bit of a rumpus, as Eddie Izzard likes to say. So, a new year, I'd written down a list of phrases, a few of which I like to read every morning. They're mental calibration tools. Single words and short phrases to calibrate your mind as you start a new day. It's like programming yourself to get into the right mode. Starting off on the right foot, avoiding the pitfalls that tend to catch you out. There are some good reminders in there as well, just telling you what not to pay attention to, because I can get sucked into trivialities now and then. So the first mental habit I wrote down a couple of years ago now: success is the best revenge. There's a bit to unpack there. Am I the sort of person that wants revenge against some slight, perceived or otherwise? Isn't revenge an unhealthy motivation? It's not my main motivation, it's just one of the many mental calibration phrases I wrote down, just reminding myself of the importance of success. It doesn't mean that I have in front of me the names and faces of enemies I want to take revenge on. Not at all. But you could replace the word revenge with answer. Success is the best answer. And it would still have the same meaning for me. Although, if you're listening to this and you remember a time when you've been wronged, certainly powerful. Who do I want to answer? As you go through life, you sometimes encounter naysayers. That's common. People that make fun of you, think you're weird. That's equally common. Sometimes you're wronged. The intensity varies. I've got to bear right. It's a dogleg right coming up. It's an angled right turn. Possibly a fork in the road. Ego is the enemy, as Ryan Holiday says. But a bit of pride can be useful. There's an odd separation here. It's not exactly a service road. It's a set of right turn lanes separated from traffic going straight by a median. Just weird planning. When you achieve a level of success, that serves as an answer to people who you feel look down upon you in the past. You take away their right to judge. The 2 lanes turn into 1 because of parked cars. So you do sometimes see the car on your left accelerating to get ahead of you and merge. I'm never in that much of a hurry. I'm happy to let people in a hurry go in front of me. With regards to pride, when you achieve the level of success that makes you feel proud, you also silence the voice that doubts whether those people were right, the people who judged you. I have a quote in my quotes collection. It says, sometimes I feel like giving up, but then I remember that I have a lot of motherfuckers to prove wrong. That's pride. And that can be useful. It drives you to prove your value to yourself, which necessitates putting a value on yourself in the first place. A high bar to live up to. Alright. Always come to a full stop at a stop sign. For your own safety. It's my water bottle rattling. Just allowing him to merge. He's at an odd angle. He must have hoped the car in front of him would have let him in. No, thank you, wave. Oh, that hurts a little. Bumpy roads, no surprise. Random patches of tar, potholes, gutters in the middle of the street. turn lane, turn your indicator on, follow traffic onto the main road. What's odd here is that you join a highway in the fastest lane. It's just a weird design. Normally a ramp onto a freeway puts you on the left, or a service road allows you to join a main road like this with 6 lanes on the left. Oh well. No harm, no foul. That's not a phrase I've used before. I don't actually agree with it. No harm, no foul. Well, it just means that as long as no harm's done, you can't call foul in the game of life. Another way of saying it is that line, the ends justify the means, buddy boy. Do the ends justify the means? No, they don't. Moving on, speed limit's gone up to 80. That was the sound of cruise control bringing the car to a stop automatically. Gotta love technology. So I'd actually written a part 2 to this until calibration phase. Success is the best revenge. And it was not giving a fuck is even better than revenge. That's certainly true, isn't it? I wanted to warn myself to not get too caught up in success for the sake of answering if you don't care about answering something or someone in your past. You've taken their power away anyway. Having said that, I've got to figure out how much is pretense. Am I pretending to not care? Or do I really not care? Well, I guess it depends on the source of the discontent from your past, the intensity of the feelings associated with any memory, and how much time has passed since the offending moment. Stay to the left. Comes to mind, the author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He says, you've got limited fucks to give,